Alright guys, I figured that it's been a while since I last made a fan video, and it's pretty much because I've been mostly focusing on the speaker videos this past year. But here we are now. So what you see here is an Air King 18-inch pedestal fan, model 9119, from around perhaps 1997 to 99. Um, Now, there is the last school version, which is the 2119, of course. Those ones are just as hard to find as this one is. And these were mainly meant for large spaces, so which is why I don't think they were sold that much compared to nowadays. Um, but yeah, this one, the build quality is actually quite superior to the Elegance and Performance series fans, in all honesty. And this fan, I might say, is pretty much, this should have been the basis for the Elegance Performance series models, which how they could have been built a lot better, um, with quite a few exceptions, of course. But anyways, let's take a closer look at it. So this fan is quite unique to others because it has the cage clips riveted onto the grill instead of having those plastic clips being hooked onto the grill, and then them things tend to break off in a few years. But yeah, there they are. Um, Three-winged blade set, which is actually the material of the plastic is actually similar to the Galaxy at the down there. The earlier '90 Galaxy desk fans. Um, Pitch of the blade, I might as well say, is quite similar to that fan as well. Um, but of course, the fan being larger, it's going to whip out a lot more air. Um, the motor cover suffered some sun damage right here. I sanded up most of it down. I might repaint it. But yeah, it is gray, and this is pretty much how the entire motor cover showed up as. But I assume it's just a layer, so this should be fine as well. But yeah, here's a better view of the pitch of the blade. And as you can see, it's quite steep. Now, this blade was warped. So I had to use the stove to pitch this back to normal. And one of the blades was off clock. So now the blade should be fine. Um, and of course, I do have an issue with these neck brackets. They have these pesky tilting locks. And this one, of course, broke from here. This entire thing broke. So now this tends to slide down. So I might replace this neck bracket with one of these. Here's the 2112 with one of the newer Lasco neck brackets. Yeah, that's what I might do. Um, so yeah, this neck bracket, they should have used just they should have made one with the adjuster instead of this thing, because these things tend to break the thing. I'm glad that this thing did not break entirely while I was carrying it home. I was very paranoid about that. And of course, the base. This is pretty much the original design of the bases that are used today. They still use it, of course. Um, and here is the bullseye badge, a name that another YouTuber came up with. I believe is the Who Is This Guy 724. He also has this exact fan. Now, it did go through some work, of course. Um, for starters, the original gearbox was a bit messed up. One of the teeth was broken with the oscillating engager. So what I had to do was that since that Lasco 2016 was pretty much, I pretty much parted that fan out. I used the rear motor shell with the gearbox, and I pretty much retrofitted into this one. So now the oscillator is fine. Uh, Another thing was, actually no, I don't think there was another thing. I think that's pretty much it. Now this fan is pretty tall, so let me show you how tall this is in a different shot. Now, just in reference to how big this fan is, there is the Lasco 2506. No, not the 2506, the 2526 next to the 9119. And as you can see, this one is a bit taller compared to the newer Performance Series stand fan that came out in the early 2000s. But yeah, now we're going to check out his performance, so let's turn the fan on. Alright, so here is high. This thing is insanely powerful. Just look at that performance. Medium. Now there is a very good difference between speeds, as you can see, and also it's notable with the airflow. But even then, even on low, it's insanely powerful. And of course, three-winged blade. This fan is a lot quieter compared to the flower petal blades that Lasco now makes. Look at that, even my cat is quite intrigued with the fan right there. She's like, don't film me, please. Alright, the oscillations, which of course now works better now that I replaced the gearbox. But yeah, the performance is absolutely insane on this. Now I don't remember. I don't have a particular memorable moment with this fan because I don't think I've ever seen one in my early years. I always seen them in the YouTube videos, and of course the 9018, which is a wall fan from the same guy that I mentioned before. But otherwise, I never seen one of these in person. But yeah, I might say the performance is quite similar to the Galaxy 3151 from the early 90s. It's just that, you know, size difference, um, airflow tends to be a lot stronger. So here's the high. And yes, I did clean out the bearings and I oiled them, so of course it now performs a lot better. And I'm still hearing quite a bit of vibration, so yeah. As mentioned, I did heat up the blade, but I don't think I clocked the blade perfectly. So I might add some cushions to the bottom of the base so I don't hear a lot of vibrations going through the floor. Yeah, this blade is quite off-color. But I mean, oh well. At least it's not shaking intensely as it would have been had I not redid the blade when it was warped. Yeah, that is good performance. Absolutely. And there's the spin down, of course. But yeah, these fans, they're undoubtedly probably one of the best. It's a shame that they don't make blade sets like these anymore, because these are a lot better compared to the pedal blades. But yeah, that will be it for the video. So that is the Air King 18-inch oscillating pedestal fan model 9119 from 1997 to 99.